If you believe your workplace is not safe, who do you tell? Some workers at Austin Bergstrom International Airport feared they were exposed to asbestos. That's a construction material that could potentially cause cancer if breathed in over a long period. But they say management didn't take their concerns seriously enough. So they turned to KXAN's Kylie McGivern.
And now, because of our questions, the city has launched its own investigation into what went wrong. It turns out the workers were right. Testing revealed asbestos. Originally, the aviation department, a city agency, told us twice no employees brought their concerns to management. But as we uncovered more evidence, the city changed its story with a statement admitting two employees did speak up. It backs up what one former worker told us after asking us to hide his identity, fearing the city would retaliate.
The people who run the airport put people into danger that they knew about, and put them in hazardous areas and told them that they were safe.
This construction worker's worries began during renovations early last year. His crews were removing flooring in a maintenance facility away from the terminal on the other side of the airport.
While they were pulling the carpet up, some tile came up with it. They were disturbing the mastic, which holds the asbestos.
And what was your immediate reaction when you saw them scraping that?
Stop immediately.
We verified those details through two other employees independently and through airport records and emails obtained through the Texas Public Information Act. And how would you describe management's reaction to this?
Indifference. What he told me was this area is a safe area.
The work continued. It wasn't until a flood forced more environmental testing that ABIA eventually discovered asbestos in the flooring of that work area. That was almost 6 months after workers say they first raised concerns, and it would be another 2 months before ABIA management notified about 120 employees they might have been exposed and should fill out job-related injury forms. What do you say to those employees that were exposed?
We would never knowingly put you in that situation.
And they checked a survey of the building before beginning construction. Problem is, that survey was more than a decade old and showed no asbestos in the work area.
Now that we have discovered that it may be a different situation than we thought, we will take the best care of you that we can.
This is a high-volume air sampling pump.
Longtime asbestos inspector Paul Dellinger says you can't always trust old reports.
In a lot of situations I have seen, there is asbestos-containing materials that have been missed in previous surveys, or you can't always rely on past inspections that were performed.
Like that old airport survey, it didn't appear to test the same area where ABIA says it eventually found low levels of asbestos. But Dellinger says any level comes with a risk.
As far as one being more dangerous than the other, that's not correct. Asbestos-contained materials are asbestos-contained materials. If it wasn't tested, the contractor or workers in that area should stop work.
I think about it all the time. I have concerns for everybody's health that was in the building.
Now ABIA is making some changes. Medical surveillance for life to the 8 employees directly exposed. And now a study will be done before any construction begins, no matter what previous surveys say. Keep in mind that old survey the city used, it states a management report needs to specify which work can be done, or there should at least be a work or an inspection request. We checked and nothing like that was submitted during this time.
And because of our digging, the city is investigating what happened.
Yes, they are. And if there was a violation of the state asbestos rules, it could mean a $10,000 fine per day or even 2 years jail time.
And no doubt you've alerted the city council.
We have, and their next meeting is on Thursday, and we do plan to follow up.
Kylie, thank you so much. We want to be clear, tests never found asbestos in the air, which is where health problems can happen when you breathe in the material for a prolonged period of time. But those tests came 6 months after crews had disturbed the asbestos during the construction. During that time span, even though it was separate from the public terminal, up to 120 people were working in the asbestos-exposed area. Our report started with one of those workers, a whistleblower. If you have something you think needs investigating, email us at report@kxan.com.